What's up, everyone? We just want to say thank you for listening to the podcast and that this episode is sponsored by Straight Stoner, also known as the brand SS96. Shop today for t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. For listening today, you receive not 10, not 15, not 20, but 30% off. Yes, that's right, 30% off. Just use the code SWISHMASTERS today. Visit ss96.net and use the promo code SWISHMASTERS. Alright, Q, so we talked about the first round, our potential new picks, who would move around, top 5, top 10, who's lottery, who's not. So now we're going to get into the second round. A lot of these guys, we haven't really been able to remember their games as well. But there are a few honorable mentions that I think are deserving of critiques, have panned out pretty well in the league. Yeah. So for the first one, what'd you say?
I said, yeah, I agree. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, actually, I got another one for you.
All right, let's go.
So this one he's been pretty good. Jalen Brunson came out of Villanova.
I forgot. Yeah, Jalen Brunson.
Yeah,
he's Mavericks. Yeah, he's
Mavericks.
He's playing well.
Another college championship with Villanova. Lefty point guard, pretty solid.
Yeah, he shows some flashes here and there. Yeah, definitely. He definitely not second round. Definitely put him up there in the first round.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like when him and Luka got drafted in this draft, I didn't realize that till now. But I think Jalen Brunson started off starting point guard for them, and then Luka was playing the 2 or the 3.
Really?
I think when they first started off, he was a starting point guard, and then they moved Luka to point guard.
I mean, deserved it, so
he deserved it. Like, I think he can still be a starting point guard. It's just that Dallas' situation is unique with
call for it. Yeah, doesn't call for it. So he's more of a
He's definitely. What'd you say?
They can definitely shoot.
Yeah.
So yeah. So he just had to change his role for the Mavs since he got to play around local. This is a solid piece for him.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I think he could be a starting point guard in the league somewhere.
Good potential to be if he has the opportunity.
Yeah. He was a 3-year player at Villanova, so he had like some decent experience coming into the league. Obviously, you said he could shoot. He has a good handle. Very composed, I feel like, as a young player. And it probably has to do with his college experience. But
don't recall anything like temper or anything issues with him. Seems like a chill dude.
Very, very solid. Instantly came in and contributed. I definitely think he can be a first round draft pick.
Oh yeah, not that's compared to some other names you mentioned earlier. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
This is a recognizable name.
Yeah.
So come on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised he was in the second round. Looking back at this draft.
Good point. So, yeah. Good point.
Another guy who panned out to be a better than second round, in my opinion, Devonte Graham.
Yeah. Devonte, he plays for Charlotte, right?
New Orleans now.
New Orleans. Really?
Yeah. He got moved to New Orleans.
Wait, what trade was it?
I don't know if it was
this past season.
It was this summer. It was a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I was on Charlotte. Okay. What did they trade him for? So he's playing New Orleans now.
Yeah.
Okay, him Zion.
They got Willie Green as the head coach in not Philly, New Orleans now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
They're just trying to do whatever they can to keep Zion with these rumors and everything. But anyway, I like Devonte. Devonte. He's definitely not second round. Not at all.
Especially after this past season.
Balled out.
Absolutely. Shooter, good handle. Really emerged after maybe a subpar first season. Charlotte definitely showed that they had a great core of guards with Rozier, obviously. Obviously, we got LaMelo Ball, and Devonte Graham was solid coming in.
Yeah.
Give you a lot of 3-point shots, a lot of shooting. So it'll be nice to see.
I hope they got enough value back because technically they had a position filled enough for your Charlotte. You got enough playmakers there. I just trying to remember what they got back from him. I don't remember.
I'll have to look. I don't know if he was a free agent or if he it must have been a trade. I don't know. I gotta look back at how he got there, but
or could have been wait, hold on, 18, 19. He won't be up for free agency yet. He won't be a restricted free agent yet. Well, I guess if he signed 3 years instead of 4, he could be restricted free agent. And it just, I don't know. They didn't match the offer. I don't know, man. I gotta look at this. I gotta
look back at it. I know he went.
I forgot. I ain't know. I forgot. That's one of those trades off season moves. I ain't really.
But his overall growth has panned out well for him. Definitely looking back at it, probably could be a first round pick.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
No, definitely could be a first round pick compared to some of these guys. Yeah.
Definitely. Get his money.
See. Oh, another big name. I know you want to talk about this one. Mitchell Robinson.
Yep.
Originally the number 36 pick for the New York Knicks.
Too low.
Oh, way too low.
You know what? Switch him and Kevin Knox position. I'm good. Just switch those two based on the value now. That's basically where we're at right now. He's potentially top 10 in my opinion. Potentially top 10
when he's healthy.
When he's healthy though. Yeah, of course. When he's healthy, he's dominant. Ooh. Yeah. Defense, man. His defensive plays, his defensive highlights were crazy. Yeah. Man. So I'm a fan of Mitchell Robinson, and if he comes back healthy this year with the Knicks, man, they could.
He's like the DeAndre Jordan type factor for Lob City, LA. Just super long, athletic, big man. I remember, I think it was his ankle. I remember like seeing one play. Obviously, we know about his blocks, but there was one play. I know he was like playing hurt, and like you could see him physically limping, but he got like a pass down low and like drop step and still dunked like off of the opposite 1 foot that was not hurting and made it look easy and ran back down the court until he got subbed out. So I was like, this dude is
tough.
I wish they would have had him this year against the Hawks.
That would have been nice.
Yeah. That would have been crazy.
Capella could have stopped some of the trades,
Oh, it would have been a lot harder.
That would have been done if he was like.
Yeah. Who did New York have at center?
He's a presence there in center in the interior.
Definitely. Yeah, I like him a lot. Oh, I was saying, who did New York have at center this year? I know they had Taj Gibson.
There's
Noel, and he got hurt too. Oh, dude, I just thought about something.
Okay, yeah, we can get into that too. Because we're kind of done with the draft. It's going into it.
Yeah.
Mitch Robinson, top 10, lottery pick for real. Let's get into this though.
One more, Gary Trent Jr., very valuable shooter.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely first round. We know what he did with Portland and went to Toronto and balled out. So he's going to get a good contract soon. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the draft. But I just thought about that.
yeah, man. But that was a story too. I don't know why. I mean, think of it pre-meeting, but like, yes, let's get into it, man.
So,
you gonna start?
New York Knicks star or center Nerlens Noel.
Well,
is suing
Mhm.
Rich Paul and Clutch Sports for $54 million over
54.
missed money that he didn't get in his contract.
Right. So this is how it went, right? Back when Noel was like with Philly, because he was a value pick back then,
Yeah.
a lot of hype surrounding him too.
Mm-hmm.
Played well. He was actually poached from his current agent to go to Rich Paul, who advised him to, hey man, don't take that contract. I think the contract was like for a couple. It was a nice, decent contract. I don't remember the exact number. It's like at least over 50. I know it was definitely over 50.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably at least
like
70.
a 4-year deal, something like that.
It was something like that, yeah. And man, so you follow Rich's instructions. He said you can get this big payday next season, in the following off season, and then the injury happened, and he was reduced to like a minimum salary.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's not his worth, and it's hard to get out of minimum salary once you're there. So
it's hard to justify it when you're not playing because you're injured.
I know, but think about where he was. If he signed that contract, he'll still be seen as a higher value player.
Yeah.
Than just a minimum. He's definitely more than a minimum salary player.
Yeah.
Now, but he had to work himself back up to that status because remember he got traded. He got bounced around the league a little bit after that.
Yeah.
And the other part of
Dallas and different places.
Yeah, Dallas, OKC, and now
New York.
So the thing is now, even throughout the whole process, Rich Paul never really helped him, make some moves.
Yeah.
He never really helped him. So that's why he's suing Rich Paul. And the reason why this is a big story because Rich Paul got some haters. Okay, he got some haters because he's relatively well known with LeBron. He's a well-known friend of LeBron's. And when you're a friend of LeBron, you tend to attract a lot of clientele towards your way just because LeBron is one of the greatest players of this generation.
Yep.
So that's why he gets so much hate for this. And a lot of people are watching this, see how it unfolds. So, yeah, what are your thoughts about all that?
Man, if there's anything that young players need to learn about the league, is that you take the money. I think I heard Jalen Rose talking about this particular subject, and he said, just take the money. Get paid first because job security in the league is not guaranteed. We saw how high potential that Nerlens Noel was coming out of the draft. He was a high draft pick, and now he's suing to get $54 million of money that he was supposed to get. It's kind of sad to see that that happened to him first and foremost. But it also goes to show you that you have to be wise about who you choose to negotiate with and understanding the business aspect of anything that you do, regardless of if it's basketball or anything with a contracted amount of time and money. To me, it kind of looks bad on Rich Paul, but because he poached him or kind of like was recruiting him as he was under another agent, and now you get a lawsuit. And we all know how great of an agent Rich Paul is. He represents many players outside of just LeBron. Many players in the league, and Clutch Sports has been a rising agency for years now. But it's just, to me, kind of like puts a bit of tarnish on that company, on his brand. And it kind of sucks for Nerlens Noel because he isn't just some scrub that should be getting like a minimum contract. I think I wouldn't say he's like $100 million man, but
he was a lottery pick,
Yeah. For his ability and what he does on the court to this day, I think should definitely be in that range of like a 50 million type contract. And for him to miss out on that because of being a young guy and kind of not being taken advantage of, but misled, and it just kind of sucks to see, and I hate that for him. But I hope that they resolve the contract issues and he's able to still like focus on basketball and help his team as much as possible. Like I said, I respect Rich Paul, but also it makes me look at it, just see a dark side of the agency battle and contracts and the business side of the NBA. So.
Yeah, that's some good takeaways from it. Yeah, always get your money first. Yeah, situation not working out for you, then you request a trade. Or if something happens, you're secure.
Yep.
Because if you didn't prove yourself to be that upper echelon type player, then you're just not going to get the money. Example is Kawhi. When he's injured, he's out for the whole season. He opted out. He was still able to get his money because,
he's a proven champ.
He proved that. He's an upper echelon player. So that's it. That's the difference here.
Yep.
Even back then, Nerlens Noel, he had potential. He didn't really live up to it back then, but he just had it.
Yeah.
And when you get that big extension, you gotta take it.
Definitely.
But you're following the advice of an agent. So, I mean, is the lawsuit justified in your opinion? Because in the end, he did make that choice, and he did leave his agent and go to another one.
Right now, I can't say it's justified. I'm interested to see where it goes and the basis of it. I haven't seen the exact legal terms, I guess, but I want to see the angle at which he's suing because, like you said, it's kind of something that you agreed to. It's not really it's not like you signed a contract and then they didn't pay you out what you were supposed to be owed.
Yeah. Unless he's arguing that Rich Paul didn't uphold his end of his contract and actually trying to get him, doing his job. That's the only thing I can see. Yeah. But I don't know. It depends on how it's being handled and what angle it's being taken. But, like, I sympathize with him. I do. But it's tough.
It's kind of hard to say because it's not like Rich Paul offered him a $54 million contract in writing. It was more so, from my understanding, of advising, quote unquote, and saying verbally, "Oh, I can get you this," basically, compared to that. Don't take that deal. Take this, and then I'll get you this. Yeah. And that's just
because the argument was to get more, you bet on yourself. So,
and it's nothing wrong.
That comes with the risk, though.
Yeah, it's part of the league. You can bet on yourself and get a bigger contract, but at the same time, like you said, you have to be that proven type player like a Kawhi or
yeah. I just have another example, right? I think you're about to say too with Dennis
Schroeder.
Yep. He decided not to take that extension. I think it was like 80 mil area.
Yeah.
And declined it, trying to get more, and bet on yourself. Didn't pan out. You're one of the last point guards to be taken to free agency. And you got to sell it for a really, really low number.
Yeah.
I only think that's his value, to be honest. It's just that's what can pay. That's all they can pay because of the cap. And that's what you got. You just get what you can get at that point.
Yeah.
So that's just another example right there. Because honestly, he's worth more than what he's getting paid with the Celtics right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's just another example. Get your money.
Yeah. Understand the
trade. That's it.
Yeah. Understand the business impact or aspect of whatever you do, whether it's basketball or any professional sport or just your daily life. Do not just, you have to pick and choose your battles and who you take advice from, because you take advice from everyone or anyone, you can end up in a bad situation. So I hate it for him, but at the same time, I don't know the basis of the lawsuit. So it sucks, man, but
it does.
Yeah. You want to be able to focus on basketball, but now you got to fight for your fight for your money. You know, and on top of that, you're throwing out more money to go to court. And
I was just about to say that too. It's costing money to try to get more money. So
yeah,
we'll see.
I hope it pans out for them, both parties, because
I do.
I think we all respect like Rich Paul at Clutch Sports.
Oh yeah,
but also respect guys like Nerlens, Noel, who have fought hard to be where they are in the league, fighting all the physical battles as well as stuff like this on the side.
Right. Yep.
That's all I got.
Yep. I'm good, man. Yeah, so thank y'all for tuning in to Switch Masters Podcast. I'm your co-host, Q Guru. Be sure to check us out on almost anywhere you get your podcast. Check us out on YouTube. So, yeah.
Check us out on YouTube as well as Spotify and other podcast platforms. And catch y'all later.
Peace.